What's going on, folks? Welcome to another episode of the Lemonade Podcast. I am your host, Frank. Here at the Lemonade Podcast, we go by the saying, when life gives you lemons, we make lemonade and we pour it onto the world. Not only with that, we hope to encourage, inspire, and empower those of you tuning in, but also our guest. And today's guest is, I'm gonna say Germs.
Germs, yeah. Everybody knows me as Germs. So.
Germs. All right.
Yeah,
so
best known.
Thank you for being here with us on the show.
Me.
Of course, man. Thank you for having us. We're here at Your Arsenal Barbershop here in North Park.
Yeah, 30th Street. Yeah.
There you go. So
North
yeah, we'll get into that too, man. Because I've been coming here since like the end of 2020.
Yeah, kind of a little bit after the pandemic.
Like 2021, like the beginning, I want to say ish.
Yeah.
But so real quick, just off the bat, I want to tell you directly to your face. All right. One, that you have been part of the process of all this.
Yeah.
And I say that because I remember me coming in and we've had like so many conversations every time I hit a cut. And I feel like we vibe like right off the jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like we see eye to eye for the most part. I don't think we ever had a disagreement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
But I think the mindset that I was on, especially last year, you know, was like really just turning into who I'm working on to be today and so on and so forth. But yeah, man, I remember coming here, we talk about this and the other and this and that idea. And then I remember telling you about the podcast. And I don't know if I told you about the movement itself.
Yeah, we've talked about it. I mean, you always mentioned you wanted to. Our conversations are usually just kind of like progress ourselves or work on each other, kind of push everybody else. I mean, you have a lot of talks where you're trying to help others, and
Definitely.
I think that's what I liked a lot because it's something that I see myself into, or try to support everybody we can. And yeah, when you mentioned the podcast, I mean, I was all for it.
Right.
I mean,
we
we talked about doing the episode here one time, but
I mean, here we are. We're doing it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I never really thought about having you on. I didn't know why. Honestly, I didn't, in the beginning, it was just about, hey, let me have these creatives, these artists, all this stuff. And we'll get into more of that with you and why you're here today, besides the art of what you do on my hair. And I know I'm pretty simple, but I've seen, your work, and I come to you. And I remember the first day I came, I said, oh, do you remember what I said to you?
Yeah, you were like, if you do good, you're my only barber from here on out. And it stuck true. I mean, it's harder now. I mean, obviously, we haven't...
With everything opening up.
Everything opening up, getting busier. It's kind of harder. I mean, even with you doing all this, I haven't seen you in probably a month and a half or two. I had
to go to someone else. I'm not gonna lie, because I just kind of needed the shag. But I know that, like, real talk. Like, I remember, and I always say the story like this. I always say that I told Germs, I said, yo, don't fuck it up. I think those were my words.
I know, my first was like, shit.
I gotta no pressure.
Show off. I gotta show off my skill right now.
And I said, don't fuck it up, because if you get it right, I'm here for life, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty like loyal to services, I would say. I had a barber or a barbershop I would go to for like 10 plus years. And every chair that I sat on, I could count on. And my shit's pretty basic. You already know.
I mean,
but I like it a certain way.
Yeah, it's personal preference, and I think what it helps a lot too with us, at least, we have those conversations where we're trying to push ourselves, or we always bring up what we're doing in the next project we're doing. So I think the bond that we've also created is like it just helps with the whole experience, I guess. And that's what I try to do with everybody. I mean, I try to have so many conversations, but I try to remember at least what everybody's trying to work on, or what they want to do, so I can be at least the one person that helps them out. Like, hey,
supportive.
Support. It's just support from everybody.
And it's greatly appreciated. You know what I mean? I'm glad that you said it. I didn't have to say it, so I didn't want to hype it up. But yeah, man, I feel like we've had this connection from day one. Yeah. We, like I said, our conversations about just better, like you said, bettering ourselves, bettering the people around us, helping everyone around us. Not really, almost like in a selfless way. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that you're here today. Yeah. Thanks for opening up the shop on your day off, bro. Yeah. Like, we're good and providing the beers. Normally we have lemonade, but hey, when in Rome, whatever.
Yeah, it's just one of those days, right?
It's kind of lemony, right?
Yeah, it's It's got a lemony taste a little.
Sure. We'll say that. There's a lemon there, so
we could just cut the lemon and you know,
and then
do
just
a little.
slice it up. Yeah. Nah, but so recently I know that on your social media you had your stories, right? Like everybody on Instagram, and I saw that you had a gallery, and I've seen some of your photography on your account, you know, and what you do, and I really dig it. It's just cinematic, or I don't want to like put it in a box.
I think my style, it's weird. I would say it's categorized as street technically, but I have a huge like love for film and movies, so I try to make things very cinematic, like how you said. So it's not far off. It just because I don't have a specific category, I'll just say street because everybody's doing street, or I'm taking pictures on the street mainly. But yeah, the gallery, it was the second time I've put my work up. The first time was a couple years ago, but it was cool just to see my stuff up for the first time. But I think this time that we actually curated more of an actual thing and I had more pieces, it was actually pretty nice.
Right.
It's a crazy experience. Like I think a lot of people that are doing art should try to do it. Like we did it where my best friend works, and you know, we talked to the owner, he helped us out, and something so small, but I mean, you know, if you do a lot of promotion, if you do a lot of, I don't want to say marketing because it's not really marketing, but
you're just putting it out there.
It could be a good turnout. Yeah, we had a really good turnout. It was really cool. It was enjoyable. Everybody was having fun. It turned into a little party kind of. I don't know how it got to that.
It's dope, but it seems like a more organic feel to that.
Yeah,
like people just showing up. Hey, you're here to support. Check the homies' work and just have a good time.
Yeah, and we had people just like you know, that's a bunch of other friends that are also artists supporting each other, and that was kind of the cool thing.
Like the network.
So it was just like a little roundup of artists that were just helping each other out.
I like it.
It was nice.
So two things, and I know we touched upon before we got into the episode. One was, how is it that you got into photography?
Yeah. I got into photography in high school, and it was more of documenting things. And I tried shooting film, and I was thinking about this before we met with each other, and I remember the first camera that I bought, I went through like 6 rolls of film, and I was like, I got the best pictures of all my friends. Like we're hanging out, we're doing all this, and I went to go get them developed, and nothing. Camera was probably faulty, or I just didn't know what to do. So from there, I just started YouTube learning. YouTube University, man, it helps out.
Yeah, there you go.
So once I got a better camera, and from there I actually started knowing how to properly shoot.
Right.
And it was just all that. Like it was just mainly to start documenting things that were going around my life, so I can have kind of a good timeline of what's happened. And it's probably just from seeing my mom doing that. She always carried a little camera with her.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then so we have all these photo books, physical photo books, you know, and I thought that was really cool. Nothing can compare to it. You know, we're all on our phones now, but I'm like scrolling for hours trying to find the one picture when I can just like go through everything and then kind of reminisce everything.
It's a lost art, you know. It's always convenient to have it on there and maybe not lose it. You have it on the cloud and all. It's great. Technology is great to a certain extent, but then you don't get the actual like, you know, that
physicalness.
And also the nostalgia, you know, because you're sitting there. It actually gives you time to less screen time, but you just actually sit down and like really look at these photos and appreciate them.
And that was the cool part, like actually just seeing, like, because I've printed my picture, I mean shitty like CVS prints and all that, but it is cool to have something physical and be able to show around. I mean, I don't know, like I also remember growing up having, you know, like on our wallets we had the flap of like, hey, look, this is so and so, this is home, this is a cool like person that I know.
My dog. All these pictures.
Yeah, so it's cool to have like the physical copies, and my mom even still does that. She even if it's digital or like, it's so funny. She'll like screenshot Instagram pictures and even print them out, and it's like she just has them physical, and it's a pretty cool thing to have.
No, definitely, it's also part of your history.
Yeah,
you know, especially when you have those pictures at home. It's like, hey, you know, as she may have documented your life instead of having it on the phone. It's like, or on social media. Like you can go. It's crazy how nowadays, you know, a kid will go back and could look at their parents' social media and they're all over that. Nuts. It's like, oh snap, you know. So moving on from that, what made you? Because I feel like now you've shifted to, as far as with your photography, into more, like I said, that cinematic style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Was there a reason for that?
I don't know. Like, it's like I said, I got really into film, and then I took a film class in high school, and that was kind of what set me, or even in that class, they definitely showed us compositions, like they showed us how to set up a proper shot, or what a good, quote unquote, a good shot is. Right. I mean, you know, like
the
subjective.
Basics.
Yeah. So I think from there, my photography started kind of shifting to like, I want to make it look like a movie, because I did try filming for a second. Like I was I'm a.
That's fun, but
from photography, I'm gonna record what we're doing, you know. And at that time, maybe I was just like, I'll probably make a collage or montage of these fun times, I guess. But I sucked at filming. It was not good.
It takes work. Good. It definitely takes work and patience, man.
Yeah. So
just editing. I think the video that we have for the intro is like 2 minutes. And now, I have to shoot it and reshoot it, and I'm such like, ooh.
That's the thing. I'm just like, let's put it together. Like, I don't want to color grade or nothing. I don't want to do any of that stuff. And then I would put some clips together. I'm like, this is pretty shitty. Like, it doesn't look as fun as I experienced.
Right. In your head, it looks super dope. You're like, oh yeah, that's it. You know, I'm gonna win an Oscar, and then you look back. And
like, nope. No, not at all.
Nope. So now, like I said, you had yours. I guess your second, what do you call it? Show, a gallery. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I know you said like there was a big turnout and all this stuff. And then I have this question because it hits a little bit close to home. Because I just had this conversation with Matt about what if people, and this is just a hypothetical, right? What if there wasn't a big turnout? Would that have changed your perspective on what you were doing? Or were you like, you know what? It's here, it's tangible. I'm just happy to have it up.
Yeah, it was definitely more like that. I mean, I was definitely worried about the turnout because it's kind of like, I don't know, I think in any art form, a lot of people are worried if their work is going to be good enough. And that was going through my head. It was running through my head, but I don't know, the day of, we were scrambling. It was so last minute, and I left, and what's it called? Like, I was just kind of like, you know what? If nothing happens, like, it's fine. Like, I'm putting myself out there.
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely.
And it's, I've done art my entire life. Like, I've tried all mediums of art, and then, so it's kind of like, oh, finally, I'm just putting it out there. Like, whatever happens, happens, and if it gets good
response,
a good response, it's totally cool. Like, if not, you know, like, I tried.
No, definitely.
And then it's more of I took it as more of a motivation. Like, if I can do this now, I can probably do it again, and maybe the next time it gets better, or we get a better venue, and the shows can just progress from here on out. Like we're saying, you know, like, it just gets better and better.
Definitely. What's crazy is you say that it's like, it's the same thing. Like, and we talk about it on the show constantly, and I was, you know, make a point of it. It's like, whatever it is that fuels your fire, go for it, you know, win or lose, you know what I mean, fail or not. Like, I say quote unquote fail because it's just a part of the process, you know. You showed up, and one of the episodes that we had before too, you know, they talk about, look, I put myself out there, and the vulnerability in that, you know. And I never thought about that. Like, you sit there, you art, and you're like, here you go for the world, and the world might be like, what the fuck, like, But the dope part about that, Germs, is that you, once again, you took that chance on yourself. You said, yo, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to put it out there. And I'm glad that the response was what it was. People showed up. Unfortunately, I wasn't here in town. Otherwise, I would have been there. It would have been a whole thing, bro. Like, for real. So real quick, we're going to switch up because, once again, we're here at Your Arsenal Barbershop in North Park. On 30th?
Yeah, 30th Street.
There you go, 30th Street. There you go. So if anybody needs a cut, come through. You can check them out. Hit up Germs. Not that I'm biased.
Yeah, it looks like I don't cut hair, but I definitely cut hair.
So with that, how is it that led you to get into, you know, being a barber?
I just wanted freedom, really. And like, I wanted something that could help me support my art.
Yep.
And I think because I did this right out of high school. I went to barber school right out of high school, and luckily I was pretty young still, so I was able to get everything done by the time I was already 18. I had my license and everything already working. Wow. So it was really early for somebody to already kind of be working in a career that they kind of wanted. But that all happened because art school was too expensive for me. And that was the thing. I mean, I definitely wanted to do it, but I know the art game is really competitive too.
Yeah,
and
definitely. It can be.
Yeah, and I thought about it, you know, like maybe freelancing and all that, but at the end of the day, I knew I wanted to do my art the way I wanted to, and not really have people like, oh, can you do it this way? You know, I just wanted my stuff, and it's original stuff. Yeah, and it's very, I don't know, like it shouldn't be that way because I should just be producing whatever, and but you can to make a living, I guess. Right. But I don't know. I've also been like, oh, you know what? I'm used to what I want to do. I want to create the things that I'm doing, and you know, even over time, I have different inspirations. Like how you said, my photography changes over time too. Yeah. So I wanted that freedom, and it was either this or tattooing, and tattooing is also very
and you're hella inked, right?
Yeah. It's very stressful too, putting that mark on somebody's life forever. And I was just like, you know what? If I give a haircut, they don't like it. 2 weeks later, they can get it. Well, it's
funny because my boy at my last work, Sterling, if you're watching, listening, Sterling, he'll know about this. He told me because I showed up and I had this haircut. And I forgot I got it somewhere. It wasn't the best. I'm just gonna say that. And I was like, I need a haircut. And then Sterling was like, you know what the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut is? And I'm like, what? 2 weeks? Yeah. And I was like,
I've heard that.
Facts. I mean, and then I was like, wait a minute, what are you saying?
Unless you're buzzing it all off, then 2 weeks.
Right. But I was like, oh no. Yeah. But you know, my shit's simple, as you already know. But I like that. You know, you still kind of you work your way in there. You craft. You take your time. Man.
Yeah.
And it's a whole art form.
Yeah, and it's like I do take pride in it still. Like apart from having these other passions really I would even say these other passions are priorities. I still try to make the best out of this, and you know, I love doing this because I meet people like yourself. You know, I meet other people that are also doing art, or people that can help me out in the long run over time. Yeah. So but you know, I still try to throw in my little flair into this.
Of course.
I mean, you probably see through my barber Instagram too. You know, I'm trying to do all these
I see
out of norm haircuts, or not out of norm, but something different because
you said, your twist to it. Every time I come through, man, I can never get the same ones you done. You comb it, and I was like, yo, I can't get that at home. What? Why can't I? And I'm like, what brushes do you have? And I was like, maybe I'm just gonna come through every day. Hey, Germs, I need you to comb my hair before I go.
I'll do it, man. I'll do it. I've told people, I'm like, I'll comb your hair for sure. Like, just give me some time, because I mean, I don't know. I come in high school, I did the whole greaser 50s thing. So you know, I went from a greaser thing to punk and all that. So I have a lot of kind of old punk rock, rockabilly roots stuff. I guess I don't know if you want to call it.
Do you have a favorite punk rock band?
No, it's hard. No, I listen to so much shit at this point that I don't know what's. I mean, I do have a favorite band, but I don't consider them punk rock. Okay, that's the thing. So it's like,
gotcha.
I don't know. I mean, But since I come from all that, I get a lot of inspiration from the old school pompadours, or you know, we don't get them as much, but if we could do tall, big mohawks, that'd be sick too, and all that. But I'm down to do anything. I'm so willing to anybody that comes in here and they're like, "Can you do this?" And I'm like, even if I don't know how to, I'll just do my very best. I know I can cut and make it look good, but
it's one of the one quote that I heard. I'm in the military. One of the leadership used to say this is I don't know a lot, but I know enough to be dangerous. And I take that with me, and I was like, you know, because
you take that risk a little bit,
you know, a little bit, but even shooting, you know, as a photographer, you know, I was asked to do a wedding. I've never shot weddings, but I was like, you know what, I've shot people, I've shot portraits, so I took what I know, and I'm gonna just whatever I can make, and they love their stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm a wedding photographer now.
I should do that. Yeah, I've had people ask me that, can you shoot? I've had a friend ask me to shoot his
quinceañera.
Yeah, the quinceañera, and then I think a wedding, and I was just like, I've never done that, and I don't do stuff like that. Yeah, I was like, I have my one camera. I was like, and I always tell people, I'm like, I recommend you getting a crew, like an actual crew. But I was like, I could show up with my camera, do what I can do, and then I'll send you those pictures for free, whatever. Like I don't care. Like it'll give me the experience, you know. Like I'll learn for the next time.
I feel like like shooting an event like that would be dope, and how you shoot it.
Yeah, I would be down to do like the engagement pictures at least, because those are a little slower paced. Like I don't have to. I won't miss moments. Like I feel like when it comes to the wedding, I'm like, fuck, I didn't get the big kiss, you know, or the like
the first look and all that. It's all when I did the first wedding, talking about the first look, and I was like, oh, hello,
we're closed. We're not. Yeah, can you just answer?
We got a phone.
We're closed today.
We're closed today. And they hung up. Oh, there we go.
Can I reply to this?
Yeah, man, do your thing. There you go.
That was
good thing we had Matt here to answer. Yeah, man. But yeah, you've been super busy. It's hard to get an appointment. I remember I used to text you just because, you know, that's the way I reach you. And then I was like, hey, you got anything? He's like, nah, bro, I don't know. I could try. And I was like, I'm just going to go to the website just so I can legit. Because I was like, this was getting super busy, right? So, but thanks again for doing this, for having us here at Your Arsenal Barbershop, once again in North Park on 30th Street. Just keep shouting them out. You know what I mean? It's thank you for your time, your energy, your story. You know what I mean? I hope that people, you know, come your way. If not for anything, just to look at your art and honestly just get a fucking haircut. You know what
I mean, you know, it's all, anything is appreciated, you know, like even how you're saying that I'm booked, I try to tell everybody that I appreciate it, because it's not a place I thought I would get to, or you know, where it was never thought that I would be so supported from a lot of people, and it's definitely a nice experience, because not a lot of people can get it from who they want to or they love, so it's kind of it's nice to show or be shown all the support from everybody.
And that's good, and I'm glad you appreciate it, because sometimes I'm gonna be honest, and maybe I might have been a little bit guilty of this, but sometimes we lose that. We forget, like it's a privilege to just even make art. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you know we do what we do as a shooter. There's people that pay good money to hire you. You know, hey, I need you to document this, and we show up. And sometimes like, yeah, man, I'm so booked, I'm so tired, and all stuff. It's like, yo, you chose that profession, and somebody's actually out of this mass amount of artists and creatives, they chose you, and I have to think about that always. Like, they chose me, so I'm gonna try and do, like you said, the best that I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in moments that you're like, oh, I don't know if I can. But here we go.
Yeah, I've never put it that way, that people choose this for our specific style.
Yeah.
I mean now I completely get it now, for sure. But it's crazy. I never thought about it that way. That
it's true.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's highly appreciated. Like, I think it's nice to just stay humble throughout the way, because I mean, it's like I said, like, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just creating whatever comes out of our head, you know. And when people like it, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not this shitty artist, you know. Maybe I am doing.
You know what? I am pretty good.
Not like, all you gotta get a little bit of the cockiness in there, but you know, it's confidence.
It's confidence, definitely, because we talk about this. I've said this before. The work that you put in in yourself, right, let's just say that, for yourself, makes you as dope as you are today. Yeah. And it's not that you're dope because you're dope today. It's because of the work that you put in. Yeah. Whether it's photography, whether it's tattooing, whether it's cutting hair, like that work that you put in, that's made you as dope. And to be able to have all these clients and you know all the support, you know what I mean, and you will continue to thrive from there. You know what I mean. And it's definitely, like I said, it's always definitely a privilege. So but I don't know if Matt, do we have a question for him today? All right, Matt's gonna hit you with the question. This is the most serious question of our segment. I don't know. Anyways,
give any celebrity, living or dead, any haircut that you wanted, but it was the last haircut that you could ever give anyone, who would it be and what kind of haircut?
That's a good question, man.
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know, because I had you mentioning the dead part. It throws in like all my old 50s inspirations and all that. I don't know. I feel like I had a couple people that are living.
Okay.
But I have to think about it.
One off the top?
Yeah. The only one I could think of the top, like that is currently alive is Leon Bridges. And he's kind of a soul singer. I used to listen to him a lot.
Yeah.
And he would cut his own hair, but because he has this 60s inspiration, he has kind of like an afro pompadour.
Okay.
And I think it looks really good on him. The way he does it is good. He just cuts his own hair, man. Like, I saw a video of him cutting his own hair, and I was like, dude, I'll give you the best haircut if you want. Like, I'll give you that cool pompadour.
Yeah.
And, like, I'll shape it up in place.
Damn. All right.
I'm trying to think. There's definitely, like, a good section, like...
So you've actually thought about this?
I have. Like, I mean, it's just through Instagram, you know? Like, I see other celebrities. I'm like, gosh, I could have given you that haircut way better than...
Yo, you know what's so crazy? Because sometimes I look at people's pictures, and I'm not shitting on any photographer because I'm not the greatest, right? I'm not the best. Yeah. But sometimes I'm like, man, I could have done so much more damage with that or in that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's just like our own style coming out of it.
Right.
You know, like, and then, you know, it's just.
And it's not necessarily that it's better. Like I said, it's just like, oh man, had I been there, I would. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. Like, I think I've seen some high photography shoots, you know, like magazine worthy stuff, and I was like, I could have done it my way. Like, my way would have been totally cool.
And that's what I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm over here cutting hair, and I'm trying to be this big old photographer.
But, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, I have to think about it, too. I'm like, maybe that's not what they were going for at the end of the day, but...
We all got to start somewhere. We all got to start somewhere. And, you know, we all have our preference as far as, who likes us, who doesn't, all stuff.
You never know. We might do the big photography shoots one day.
One day.
Maybe this big magazine will want
Maybe I'll make my own magazine.
You never know.
Just saying. You know what I mean? We're making our own.
The Lemonade magazine.
Exactly. Lemonade magazine. Well, thanks again, Germs, for being here, for your energy, for your time, for your story. It's always appreciated. And normally we toast to lemonade, but since we got the beer, we're going to toast to that. Yeah. And toast to your success, bro.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
yes,
thank
sir.
you so much.
Fun time. Still cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah. Or can I plug in my...
Oh, yeah. My bad. Yes. I'm sorry. So, real quick, if you want to check out Germs, you can check them out on Instagram.
Yeah, my Instagram is Jeremy Munster, and then from there I have on my bio I have the links to or my handles to the other stuff. But
dope.
Yeah, for the haircut one is Jeremy Scissorhands.
There you go.
Everything just starts with Jeremy. You know, just keep it simple.
So what we'll do, we'll put it all in the show notes too. Every link, not only to your barber IG, also to your personal photography.
Yeah, I mean, my main one is my personal. I try to keep it as art. I mean, the only things I show personal is on my stories, I guess.
Right.
But that's just
and then we'll also add the Your Arsenal Barbershop. So if at any point in time, anybody, you're here in San Diego, specifically in North Park, come to Your Arsenal Barbershop in North Park on 30th Street. Ask for Germs. He'll hook you up. Look online and book ahead because this motherfucker.
I would say book like 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah, maybe
sure.
3.
Yeah.
Either way. So, yeah, man. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. All right. See y'all next one. You hear him? Yeah, you don't have to, like, you know, you could just be here, talk, whatever. I'm going to sip a little bit. Fucking A. Good shit.
Right.
Yeah, if you have any other questions right now, it's the time to speak.
Whatever, honestly. However, but we just have the conversation if you want to ask things.
That's the whole premise of it, you know. Like I said, lemonade, and then how we pour it onto the world and stuff like that. And I have a whole intro. I've gotten better. From episode 1, I was like, what the fuck? And now, I mean, this is your episode 9?
Oh, so you already have a few of them filmed out.
Oh, we have season 1 done.
Damn. Oh,
shit. I'm telling you. See? Nah, bro.
Damn, you've been on it.
So you are episode 2 of season 2.
Oh, shit.